game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Boston College's offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
The Golden Eagles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grab behind the line. It's Hardy. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the fourth down. Nice start for this defense.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's a top-shelf player. And, you know, I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral and slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And here comes the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fights off a defender. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Gives it on the option. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back on the option, the give. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range and people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answers so far. Walker to throw. Makes the grab. It's Kane. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it. First down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll move the tight end. They'll try the run. so close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense committing to the running game, getting the first down really easy.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll run play action. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And just when they thought they had a chance to pull even, the flag wipes it out, and they'll have to go back to work. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, a legendary rivalry with a ton of meaning and history. Virginia Tech and Virginia, and we've got an update. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Hardy. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw on third. Got a man. It's Bolden. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Walker will fire. Might be looking to run. Oh, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you what, when you see a tight end come that open, a lot of times it had something to do with the wide receivers running down the middle of the field, stretching those safeties, and he just slips out and kind of gets lost, and the tight end was wide open on the outer part of the field.
They're working that left side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Got it in the middle. It's Kane. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Pulls and fires complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any...
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the... Touchdown, Boston College! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continuing to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Syracuse right back at it. They're going to ride this running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Walker to throw. Working the middle. It's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Using the quick game. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Now the play fake. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
14, Syracuse, 9.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be...
Oh, he's got some space. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here.
And 1st down for the offense.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half.
14, Syracuse, 9.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Walker will fire. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. Out of of the gun. The running back has it. Gets it past the marker. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabs it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boston College.
Really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play. So this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split second. And that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Walker to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Finds his man. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Here comes the heat. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He managed a few yards. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes the catch. It's Kane. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Great job by the defense.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Caught close to the marker, it's Callow. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on second down. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. A first down run in the red zone. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll toss it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Orange. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Syracuse, 16.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. We've reached a break. Boston College has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Pulls it and fires to the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Eagles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Bolitnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. There he goes! He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean,
looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 25. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Let's go. Let's go. Syracuse right back at it. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Plucks it out of the air. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Walker will fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cuse. Fit it in the window for the score.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
28, Syracuse, 22.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Rides to back and leaves it. Got the first down. Looking for more. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it first and 10. To the air on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Zimmerman. What a play there, and he's got it all the way. 7-yard line.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. After losing yardage on first down, second and goal from the 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Trying to get themselves back in the football game.
The field goal is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And after missing that field goal, this is still a one-possession game, guys.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Walker to throw. Pressure coming. Caught over the middle. It's Callow. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Looking downfield on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Callow. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
He's going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Syracuse.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. And that one ought to set us up for quite a finish.
29, Boston College, 28.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his back in the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it to the back. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket. So he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are one play away. Like, you've got the lead. You've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
On fourth down, going to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on fourth down. They were expecting pass. They didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelm the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Kane. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Walker will fire. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Wants to throw on 3rd. He wants a big play here late. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous.